Australia's inflation today out at 2.7%, which is a big drop from that previous sort of 3.5 area. Now, yesterday, the Governor of the Reserve Bank, after leaving interest rates unchanged at 4.35%, argued that even if today's inflation number had a 2 in front of it, and it was widely expected, but that is a very big drop into the 2s to 2.7%. But even if it had a 2 print in front of it, that wouldn't be reason to change her view, as she sees services inflation as very sticky, a term the Fed came up with, by the way. So the economy is flatlining, probably contracting in terms of the private sector. Inflation is falling sharply, and the RBA governor thinks they may have to hike rates again. What I would suggest to you is that there is no chance at all. There is, as Australians like to say, Buckley's chance of the Reserve Bank raising interest rates again in this cycle. What is going to happen is that we're going to see more and more economic data coming through that shows the economy is slowing, continuing to slow. Take government spending out, we could already be in negative growth. And that is going to force the Reserve Bank to take a good, hard, long look in the mirror and reconsider its view of things. And it is likely that the Reserve Bank of Australia will cut interest rates this year. Now, I'm the only economist saying that, but mind you, I was the only economist who said they'd get as high as near 4.5% a couple of years ago, in advance for a couple of years hence, when everyone else thought they'd stop at 2.5% or 3%. So I'm happy to be an outlier in forecast, be bold or really just be boring. So I do think the Reserve Bank can cut interest rates this year because the economy will be slowing sharply and inflation will continue to slow. And forget the services sector inflation, that's all but dead now because of the slowing economy and increased competition. So the RBA is well behind the curve. My Wall Street Journal quote today was a little bit lengthy. I liked that. I was in there in the Wall Street Journal today suggesting the Reserve Bank of Australia has a strong tradition of being late to the party, behind the curve, and that only looks like an outlook that will intensify under the governorship of the current Michelle Bullock. And Australia, we're in trouble with this current RBA. And Greens, can you just do the deal with Labor to push through the RBA reforms? Or how about Liberal Party, you step up, you get it done, and stop playing pat each other mates on the back type stuff on Macquarie Street, Martin Place, Sydney, and realise this is not good for the Australian people or the Australian economy. I've said it before, if the Liberals want to win the next election, all you have to do is back Chalmers' reform of the Reserve Bank, and Greens pull back a little bit from requiring a rate cut to agree to the terms. Maybe just require no more rate hikes. There you go. There's a nice meet in the middle political opportunity for the major parties. We do have to reform the Reserve Bank. Leaving it as it is the number one clear and present danger to the Australian economy. Something has to be done. But I think as slow as they are, even the Reserve Bank will be driven to lower interest rates at least twice by the end of March, if not early April, and possibly a rate cut by the end of this year. In fact, I would forecast that 125-point rate cut. The Australian economy really is softening and it will have an impact. I hope that helps, and have a great day. All the best.